Please subscribe and like the video before continuing. The Young and the Restless spoilers, tragedy strikes for Devon and Hilary. The Young and the Restless spoilers indicate that tragedy will strike for Devon and Hilary this week. Unfortunately, Hilary loses their bundle of joy in a devastating accident that may also put her life at risk. Want more of The Young and the Restless? Get updates on the latest news about The Young and the Restless, straight to your inbox. We use your personal data for interest-based advertising, as outlined in our privacy notice. What is this? Report ad. If that weren't enough, The Young and the Restless spoilers indicate the couple could also face another tragic twist that will change the face of Genoa City forever. For Hilary and Devon, losing their baby shatters their dream of finally starting a family together. After all, it's something that both of them wanted to have. Bryden James, who plays Devon on the show, puts it this way: he knows he has to be strong for Hilary. It gives him something to focus on rather than the reality of what he has lost. And Hilary has suffered some pretty serious injuries. He wants her to keep up her strength and positivity to pull through. Also, Devon will feel especially devastated over this loss. He added, for the first time, he's been able to visualize having the happy family that he's always wanted to have. He didn't come from having a happy family. As a teenager, he was introduced into one and got to be part of one. So I think having one of his own was something that was far more important to him than anybody understood, more important than even he understood. Now, as far as what is next for Devon and Hilary remains to be seen. Considering how they've had so many problems in the past, it will be interesting to see if this loss will bring them together or once again tear them apart. What is this? Report ad. Please subscribe and like the video before continuing. As always, more detailed spoilers and a full collection of pictures for the week in question will appear here on Celebrating the Soaps, when there will be more clues and hints over exactly what's going on. Broken Heart. The Young and the Restless shockers, Devon and Hilary's love story takes a heartbreaking turn no one saw coming. In Genoa City, love stories are rarely simple, and heartbreak is often the price of passion. But for fans of The Young and the Restless, the unfolding tragedy between Devon Hamilton and Hilary Curtis feels especially cruel, a love once written in the stars now seemingly destined for sorrow. What began as one of the most electric, fiery pairings in Y&R history is spiraling into a gut-wrenching end that no one saw coming. From betrayal and redemption to devastating loss, Devon and Hilary's journey is a story that continues to haunt both the characters and viewers who have watched their love burn bright, only to be consumed by tragedy. Devon and Hilary's relationship has always been a volatile mix of undeniable chemistry and deep emotional scars. Their connection was magnetic, a spark that reignited no matter how much chaos surrounded them. From their earliest flirtations to their eventual marriage, the couple defied the odds. Family opposition, lies, and betrayals couldn't keep them apart. Yet fate, as it often does in Genoa City, had other plans. Hilary's ambition, once her greatest strength, also became her downfall. Her hunger for power and recognition in the world of GC buzz made her reckless, and her decisions often put her at odds with Devon. But even in their darkest moments, when trust shattered and tempers flared, their love never completely died. Fans believed that if anyone could overcome the odds, it was Devon and Hilary. But the universe had one last cruel twist in store. The turning point came during what should have been a moment of joy, a time when Hilary was ready to turn over a new leaf and embrace a future filled with hope. She had begun to make amends, working to rebuild bridges she once burned. Her softer side began to shine through, and Devon was right there by her side, ready to believe in love again. Their reunion was everything longtime viewers had hoped for, tender, passionate, and filled with promises of forever. But in true Y&R fashion, the moment happiness seemed within reach, tragedy struck with brutal force. A devastating car accident shattered their world, leaving Hilary gravely injured. As she lay in a hospital bed, fading away, the scenes between her and Devon became some of the most emotionally charged moments in recent soap history. Their final moments together, Devon clutching her hand, whispering promises, tears streaming down his face, were almost too painful to watch. The chemistry that once made them unstoppable now fueled the heartbreak of their farewell. Hilary's final words, a haunting mix of love and regret, broke the hearts of millions. And when she took her last breath, a piece of Devon seemed to die with her. For Devon, Hilary's death was more than a loss, it was an emotional reckoning. He spiraled into grief, consumed by guilt and anger. Every memory of her, every echo of her laughter, haunted him. He replayed their history in his mind, wondering what he could have done differently. Could he have stopped the crash? Could he have protected her? The questions tore at him, leaving him trapped in a cycle of pain and regret. Bryton James, who portrays Devon, delivered some of the most powerful performances of his career during this storyline. Viewers watched as Devon's composed exterior cracked, exposing the raw, broken man beneath. He was lost without Hilary, unable to move forward. Even as friends and family tried to pull him back into the light, the shadow of his love for her lingered, casting a melancholy pall over his every interaction. Hilary, brilliantly portrayed by Miss Hale Morgan, left a void not only in Devon's heart but in the very soul of the show. Her fierce spirit and sharp wit made her one of Y&R's most compelling women, and her loss was felt across Genoa City. The aftermath of her death reshaped relationships, tested loyalties, and forced many characters to reevaluate what truly matters. Lily Winters, whose role in the accident led to Hilary's tragic end, faced the full fury of Devon's grief. Their once close sibling bond fractured under the weight of sorrow and blame. Devon's rage toward Lily was palpable, and their scenes together became a study in emotional devastation. The tension tore through the Winters family, leaving scars that may never fully heal. For a time, it seemed that Devon would never love again, that his heart had been buried with Hilary. But as months passed, glimmers of hope began to surface. He started to rebuild, finding purpose in his music and business ventures. Yet, no matter how far he tried to run, Hilary's memory followed him like a ghost. And in one of the show's most shocking twists, that ghost seemed to come back to life. Enter Amanda Sinclair, a mysterious woman with an uncanny resemblance to Hilary. When she arrived in Genoa City, Devon's world was turned upside down once again. Played by the same actress, Miss Hale Morgan, Amanda's presence reopened old wounds and raised even deeper questions. Was she truly a stranger, or something more? The storyline blurred the line between love and memory, forcing Devon to confront the haunting question: could he ever truly move on if the face of his lost love kept staring back at him? Devon's interactions with Amanda were filled with emotional complexity. Part of him wanted to hate her for the reminder she represented, but another part couldn't help being drawn to her. The chemistry was undeniable, echoes of what he once shared with Hilary, but tinged with pain. Every glance, every moment of closeness, felt please subscribe and like the video before continuing. Like reliving the past. And while Amanda insisted she wasn't Hilary, the connection between them was impossible to ignore. This clever narrative twist kept fans glued to their screens, torn between wanting to see Devon heal and fearing that he would lose himself again in the shadows of his grief. The ghost of Hilary hung over every decision, every romantic possibility, every future hope. Even years later, Devon's storyline remains deeply tied to that one great love that ended too soon. It's a testament to the power of the pairing that fans still talk about heaven with reverence, reminiscing about their best moments and mourning their tragic end. The writers crafted a love story that transcended time, one that embodied passion, forgiveness, and ultimately, heartbreak. But perhaps the most beautiful element of Devon and Hilary's story is how it mirrors real life. Love doesn't always get a happy ending. Sometimes it burns brightly and ends too soon, leaving behind ashes that still glow with memories. For Devon, Hilary will always be the one that got away, the woman who changed him, challenged him, and taught him the depths of love and loss. As fans continue to root for Devon to find peace, they can't help but hold on to the hope that somehow, in the grand tapestry of Genoa City, love might find a way to transcend even death. Could Hilary's memory guide him toward a new beginning? Or will the pain of losing her forever define his story? As The Young and the Restless continues to evolve, one thing remains certain: Devon and Hilary's love will go down as one of the most unforgettable romances in soap opera history. Their journey, from enemies to lovers, from passion to heartbreak, captured everything that makes Y&R timeless. It was beautiful, tragic, and utterly human. Even now, whispers ripple through the fanbase about whether Hilary could ever return. In a world where lookalikes, miracles, and surprise resurrections happen more often than not, hope still flickers. Could Hilary be alive, hidden away somewhere? Could Amanda's existence be more than coincidence? The possibilities are endless in Genoa City, and fans know better than to count anyone out for good. Until that day comes, Devon will continue to honor Hilary's memory in every choice he makes, every act of kindness, and every beat of his heart. Their love may have ended in tragedy, but its impact remains everlasting, a reminder that even in heartbreak, there is beauty. Broken Heart. The Young and the Restless spoilers. Tragedy strikes for Devon and Hilary. The Young and the Restless has always been a show built on the deepest emotions: love, betrayal, redemption, and loss. But even for longtime viewers who've seen Genoa City's most dramatic twists unfold, nothing could prepare them for the heartbreak awaiting Devon Hamilton and Hilary Curtis. Once hailed as the show's most magnetic power couple, their story now spirals into devastating tragedy, shattering fans' hearts and leaving a void no one can fill. Devon and Hilary's journey was always intense, a love story forged through fire. Their chemistry was undeniable from the very beginning, a rare spark that ignited the screen and never dimmed. Even when they tried to resist it, fate kept pulling them together. They were opposites in many ways: Devon, grounded and compassionate; Hilary, ambitious and fiery, but together, they became unstoppable. Their passion was their greatest strength and their deepest weakness, a love so consuming that it often bordered on dangerous. Yet no one could deny that theirs was a connection written in the stars. Their road was never easy. Lies, secrets, and ambition often stood between them, but each time they fell apart, they found their way back. Devon saw through Hilary's tough exterior, recognizing the wounded heart beneath her determination. She, in turn, found in Devon the kind of love she never thought she deserved, one that challenged her and embraced her flaws. Over time, they transformed each other. Hilary became softer, more vulnerable, and Devon became stronger, more fearless. But just as they were beginning to find peace and imagine a future together, fate took a cruel turn. The tragedy that would forever change their lives came suddenly and mercilessly, in true Y&R fashion. What should have been a normal day in Genoa City ended in disaster. Hilary and Lily Winters, Devon's sister, were caught in a horrifying car accident that would send shockwaves through the entire town. In an instant, dreams were shattered, and lives were altered beyond repair. The accident was the result of a heated argument and one moment of distraction, proof of how quickly love can turn to tragedy. The scene that followed was one of the most emotionally gripping moments in soap history. Hilary, gravely injured, was rushed to the hospital, her life hanging by a thread. Devon stayed by her side, refusing to leave, clinging to the faint hope that love could defy the odds once again. The hospital room became the setting for one of the most heartbreaking sequences The Young and the Restless has ever delivered. Hilary, weak but still as proud and defiant as ever, tried to comfort Devon even as she faced the unthinkable. Their final scenes together were pure, raw emotion, an unforgettable farewell between two souls who were never meant to part. She whispered her love for him, her regret, her gratitude, and her final goodbye. Devon, choking back tears, begged her to hold on, promising that they still had a lifetime ahead of them. But fate, cruel and unyielding, had other plans. When Hilary took her last breath, a devastating silence fell over Genoa City. The woman who had fought her way through every obstacle, who had burned so brightly, was gone. And in that moment, Devon's world shattered. What followed was grief in its truest, most heartbreaking form. Devon, who had always been the voice of "Please subscribe and like the video before continuing. Reason and compassion, became consumed by loss. His love for Hilary had defined him, and without her, he struggled to find purpose. The anger, guilt, and despair that followed tore through him like a storm. He lashed out at those around him, unable to process the pain. Most of his fury was directed at Lily, whose role in the accident haunted them both. Their once close bond as siblings fractured beyond repair. Every time Devon looked at Lily, he saw the woman who had taken away the love of his life, even if unintentionally. The confrontation between them was one of the most powerful moments in the aftermath of Hilary's death, two siblings torn apart by grief, love, and unbearable guilt. Bryton James' portrayal of a shattered Devon earned universal praise from fans and critics alike. His emotional depth and authenticity made viewers feel every ounce of his suffering. His tears, his silence, his rage, all felt real. It was more than a storyline, it was a portrait of a man whose heart had been ripped from his chest. For Devon, moving forward seemed impossible. Every corner of Genoa City reminded him of Hilary. The penthouse they shared became a mausoleum of memories, her scent, her laughter, her voice echoing in the halls. Even as time passed, her presence lingered. It wasn't just grief, it was love refusing to let go. And then came the twist no one saw coming. Months after Hilary's death, a new woman appeared in Genoa City, Amanda Sinclair, a lawyer with a mysterious past and a shocking resemblance to Hilary. Played by the same actress, Miss Hale Morgan, Amanda's arrival reignited every emotion Devon had tried to bury. It was as if Hilary had come back to life. But was she truly someone new, or something more? The resemblance was uncanny, and Devon's reaction said it all. The moment he laid eyes on Amanda, the air seemed to freeze. Every suppressed feeling came rushing back, the love, the pain, the longing. The writers brilliantly blurred the line between past and present, love and illusion. For Devon, Amanda was both a haunting reminder and a chance for healing. But could he ever separate who she was from who she looked like? Amanda herself struggled with the comparison, determined to prove she wasn't just Hilary's shadow. Yet, every encounter with Devon deepened the connection between them. Their conversations were laced with tension, grief, and an unspoken pull neither could ignore. It was a slow, delicate dance, one step forward, two steps back, as they navigated emotions too complicated to define. Devon's turmoil was palpable. He wanted to move on, but every time Amanda smiled, he saw Hilary. Every time she walked away, he felt the same ache he'd felt at Hilary's funeral. It was a love story that refused to die, even in the face of death itself. Hilary's memory loomed over every aspect of Devon's life, shaping his choices and his future. Even as he tried to build something new, part of him remained trapped in the past. And the fans understood why. How do you move on from a love that consumed your soul? As months turned into years, Hilary's legacy lived on through Devon's actions. He channeled his pain into purpose, honoring her memory through philanthropy and business ventures. But every success felt hollow without her by his side. His story became a reflection of eternal love, the kind that transcends time and tragedy. Still, whispers persist among fans. Could Hilary ever return? The Young and the Restless is no stranger to shocking comebacks and long-lost miracles. Many still hope that somehow, Hilary survived, hidden away by mysterious circumstances, waiting for the right moment to re-emerge. If such a twist were to happen, it would shake Genoa City to its core and redefine Devon's life once again. But whether or not that miracle ever happens, the impact of Hilary's death remains one of the most defining chapters in Y&R history. It reminded viewers of the fragility of happiness and the power of love to both heal and destroy. For Devon, Hilary will always be his great love, the one who saw his soul, who challenged him, who stood by him even when the world turned against them. Her loss broke him, but it also revealed the depth of his humanity. Their love story, though tragic, continues to resonate years later, a testament to the writing, the performances, and the sheer emotional weight of their journey. As Genoa City continues to move forward, Devon remains a man forever changed by love and loss. His story is one of survival, of learning to live with pain and finding meaning beyond heartbreak. Hilary may be gone, but her spirit lingers, in every tear, every song, every whispered memory. And perhaps that's the greatest tragedy and beauty of all, that love like theirs never truly dies. In the grand tapestry of the young and the restless, Devon and Hilary's love will always shine as one of its brightest, and most heartbreaking, stars. Please subscribe and like the video before continuing.